So it's almost like the forest is thinking and acting as like one being.
The following podcast was generated using Google's Notebook LM.
Temple of Vril.
Welcome back, everyone. Ready to dive deep today?
Absolutely. Always ready to explore these fascinating concepts.
All right, so today we're going to really dig into something pretty fundamental to Vrilism.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
that the Earth itself is a living being with its own unique intelligence.
I like it.
And it's an intelligence, I think, that goes way beyond, how we typically think of like the human mind.
Yeah.
It really is woven into the fabric of the planet, powered by that life force of Vril.
And, it's fascinating to me how much we limit, this concept of intelligence to beings with brains like ours.
Yeah.
But within the temple, we really see it differently, right? We recognize that interconnectedness and like the sentience of all living things, especially at that planetary scale.
Exactly. And, one of the most compelling examples of this intelligence, this interconnected intelligence, is actually found right beneath our feet.
Oh, really?
In the mycelial network.
Oh, the mycelial network.
Yeah. Those sprawling webs of like fungal threads.
Right.
That kind of act as a subterranean internet for the plant world.
Yes, they transmit nutrients, water, vital information between trees and plants across vast distances.
It's like a communication system for the whole forest.
It is. Think about it. It allows the whole forest to share resources, send warnings about threats, even support those in need.
So it's almost like the forest is thinking and acting as like one being. With that mycelial network serving as its nervous system.
It is.
Wow. Isn't there like research that shows how older trees actually use this network to nourish younger saplings?
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of research coming out about that. And it's just one example. Scientists are discovering more and more about how complex these networks function.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like how trees can communicate distress signals when they're under attack by pests.
Oh, so they can warn each other.
Yeah, so other trees can bolster their defenses.
That's incredible.
It really is a remarkable system, this interconnected intelligence at work.
Which makes, I think, the impact of deforestation even more alarming, right?
Yes.
Because it's not just about losing those individual trees. It's about severing those vital connections.
It is. It disrupts the flow of Vril.
Right.
Diminishes the intelligence of the entire forest.
And ultimately impacting the health of the planet as a whole.
Absolutely. Just as a stroke can damage the human brain, deforestation can disrupt the flow of information and resources.
Through that network.
Weakening the forest's resilience.
Makes you think. It really does. It makes me think about how we view the weather.
Okay.
We tend to just think of it as something that just kind of happens to us, right?
Yeah.
But what if we looked at it as a manifestation of the Earth's own breath, its own emotions?
Ooh, I like that. That's a powerful perspective, and one that really aligns with the principles of Vrilism.
Yeah.
Just as our breath reflects our inner state, the Earth's weather patterns can be seen as expressions of its own vitality, its own internal balance or imbalance.
So then when we see extreme weather events, like powerful storms or those prolonged droughts,
Right.
could we interpret those as signs that the Earth is actually struggling, that its Vril is being disrupted?
That is a very insightful observation. Think of it this way. When the human body is fighting an illness,
Okay.
often it manifests as a fever, inflammation.
Right.
So similarly, when the Earth's systems are out of balance,
Yeah.
we see it reflected in those extreme weather patterns, shifting climate zones. These could be understood as the Earth's way of trying to heal itself, to restore that equilibrium.
A restore balance.
Yes. And just as, we wouldn't ignore like a fever or a rash in our own bodies,
Right.
we shouldn't ignore those signs of imbalance in the Earth.
Right, they're messages. They're trying to tell us something.
Exactly. Urging us to pay attention and to act.
To act, yeah, but how? How do we even begin to know what actions to take?
Right.
It's overwhelming.
Right.
We think about the scale of these planetary challenges.
It's true. The scale can feel daunting, but, even small actions, when guided by those principles of Vrilism,
Okay.
can have a ripple effect. It starts with recognizing our role,
Okay.
not as dominators of nature,
Right.
but as stewards, as caretakers of this incredible living being we call home.
So instead of trying to impose our will on the Earth, we should really strive to work in harmony with it,
Yeah.
to support its natural processes and replenish its vril.
Exactly. And that can manifest in countless ways, from planting trees,
Right.
restoring ecosystems, reducing our consumption.
Embracing those sustainable practices.
Absolutely. Every action that nourishes the earth,
It enriches us.
it's a reciprocal relationship, a dance between humanity and the planet.
That dance, I like that. It makes me think about, what always strikes me is the parallel between pollution and disease.
Wow.
When we pollute the air, the water, the soil,
Mm,
it's like we're introducing toxins into the Earth's body,
it is.
disrupting that vril flow, weakening its vitality.
It's a powerful analogy
Yeah,
and disturbingly accurate one.
right.
Pollution is like a cancer on the planet. It disrupts that natural flow of energy.
Compromises its ability to heal.
Or thrive. Yeah.
And just as cancer in the human body can spread and really wreak havoc on multiple systems,
Right.
pollution can impact the Earth's interconnected systems. It's devastating.
Devastating. Yeah. And the thing is, we're not just harming the earth, we're harming ourselves.
Right. We breathe the polluted air, drink the contaminated water, we eat the food grown in the depleted soil.
It's a vicious cycle.
That ultimately undermines our own well-being.
Yes. And that's why the teachings of Vrilism emphasize the importance of living in alignment with nature.
Right.
Recognizing that our actions have consequences not just for ourselves, but for the entire web of life.
It's about understanding that we are part of this web, not separate from it.
We are.
When we harm the Earth,
We harm ourselves.
when we nourish the Earth,
We nourish ourselves.
it's a powerful truth, often overlooked, I think. But the wisdom of Vrilism reminds us that our fate is inextricably linked to the fate of the planet. The Earth's well-being is our well-being.
It is. It's almost like we're, individual cells within the larger body of the earth.
Yeah.
A healthy body requires all of its cells to function properly.
To work together.
And a healthy earth requires all of its inhabitants to live in harmony and balance.
So how do we translate these concepts into practical actions? I mean, we can plant trees, reduce our waste, consume consciously.
Right.
Are there other, maybe less obvious ways to strengthen our connection to the Earth and support its vril flow?
There are many paths one can take. Practices like meditation, spending time in nature,
Oh, interesting.
engaging in acts of service that benefit the planet. These can all deepen our connection to the earth,
I see.
allow us to tap into its restorative energy.
And those practices would also benefit us personally, right?
Absolutely. Remember, the flow of Vril is reciprocal.
Yeah.
As we nourish the earth, we nourish ourselves.
So it's not just about doing our duty.
No.
It's about enriching our own lives.
It is. It's recognizing that we're part of something much larger than ourselves.
Yeah.
And by aligning ourselves with the rhythms of nature and the principles of Vrilism, we can really tap into a source of profound healing and inspiration.
So we're not separate. We're all connected.
Precisely. Recognizing that interconnectedness of all things,
The flow of vril.
binding us together, and that profound wisdom that resides within the earth itself.
When we really view the Earth as a living being, it fundamentally changes, I think, our relationship with the planet.
It does.
It moves us beyond that mindset of exploitation and dominance. Invites us into a relationship of respect, reciprocity,
Reverence.
and reverence. Yeah, I love that.
It's a perspective shift that's desperately needed in our world.
Absolutely now.
As we face the challenges of climate change and environmental degradation,
Yeah.
it's more important than ever to embrace this understanding.
Of the Earth as a living being.
Breathing being with its own intelligence and agency.
And to recognize that we're not separate from this being, but an integral part of it.
Exactly. We are the earth, and the earth is us.
Our fates are intertwined.
They are.
And our actions have consequences that ripple throughout the entire web of life.
They do. It's a humbling realization.
It is?
But it's also an empowering one.
How so?
It reminds us that we have the power to make a difference, to contribute to the healing of the planet,
Yeah.
and to create a more harmonious future for ourselves and for generations to come.
Yeah, it really is remarkable, isn't it, when you start to see the Earth not just as this resource to be exploited, but as this living being, worthy of our care.
It is a perspective that has the power to transform so much,
Yeah.
Not only our relationship with the planet,
About ourselves.
but also our understanding of ourselves
Yeah.
and our place in the cosmos.
And speaking of the cosmos, it makes me wonder if the Earth itself has this incredible, vril-powered intelligence.
Right.
What does that tell us about the universe as a whole?
Oh, that's a question that has fascinated people for centuries,
Yeah.
philosophers and mystics. And within the temple, we believe that the Earth's intelligence is just one expression of a vast cosmic intelligence
That permeates everything.
that permeates the universe. Yeah.
So it's not just that the Earth is alive, but that the universe itself is teeming with life and consciousness in ways we may only just be beginning to grasp.
Exactly. And just as the mycelial network connects those trees in a forest,
Yeah.
we believe there are unseen connections, energetic pathways that link all beings and all planets
Wow, so we're all connected.
within that grand tapestry of creation.
That's beautiful.
It is, and it really highlights those profound implications of Vrilism.
Yeah.
It's not just about understanding the Earth as this living being, it's about recognizing our place within a vast and interconnected web of life.
That extends beyond our planet.
Far beyond our planet.
It's about expanding our awareness, to encompass the cosmos, to really sense the flow of Vril that animates all things, and to live in harmony with the rhythms of the universe.
Beautifully put. And as we deepen our understanding of Vrilism and apply its principles in our lives, we open ourselves up to a world of infinite possibilities.
Possibilities for healing, for growth, for connection.
Absolutely.
And for co-creating a future where humanity lives in harmony with the Earth and with the cosmos as a whole.
Indeed. It's a journey of discovery, of awakening, and of embodying that wisdom that resides within us all.
So as we conclude this deep dive, into the Earth's hidden intelligence, I really invite you all to reflect on these ideas.
Yes.
To feel into the truth that resonates within you and consider how this understanding might shape your own path.
May you always remember that you are a part of something much greater than yourself, a vital thread in that magnificent tapestry of life that unfolds across the universe.
And may your journey be filled with wonder, with connection, and with that vibrant flow of Vril.
Your journey towards greater fulfillment begins at Temple of Vril. Visit templeofvril.com today.